Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Look pal, the last time I heard the words of La Habrea, there was such devastation. I assume this is not your intention? Oh, it's just a password to gain entry into the facility. Well, at least this time I don't have to beat it out of him. Is this the head of security coming to escort me off the premises? Mate, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but you leave me no choice but to fight you. To be fair, I was gonna fight you anyway, but now I have an excuse. Time to learn about Asphodelos, the First Circle. Simplified. As you zone in, there will be a glowing wall around the arena. Touching this wall in any way will instantly kill you. Tanks will need to keep Eric facing as north as possible, as the opening cast of Jailer's Flail will have a hook on the end of a chain. Whichever side this chain is being swung from will cleave that side of the arena from the position that Eric is facing. So you'll need to make sure that you keep Eric as straight north as possible to make it easier for everyone to dodge to the opposite side. If you get hit by this AoE, it will give you a vuln stack. Jailer's Flail will then repeat on the opposite side of Eric. Warder's Wrath is a room-wide AoE. Pitiless Flail will target one member of the party with crosshairs. This will create a narrow straight line AoE that will be attached to this player and follow them around. If you get this, you'll want to point this AoE away from the rest of the party while also getting as close to Eric as possible, because when the cast ends, this AoE will go off and hit anyone in the AoE with a knockback. You can also use knockback immunity to nullify the hit. After the hit goes off, whoever had the crosshairs will get a stack marker. Group up to share the damage. After another Jailer's Flail, there will be the cast of Heavy Hand, which is a tank buster. Following this, Eric will cast Intemperance. Everyone will either get a blue debuff called Cold Spell or an orange debuff called Hot Spell. You will need to make sure of which color debuff you have. The arena will be divided into quadrants with a narrow dark AoE separating each one. There will be orange and blue gems hovering above each quadrant. You can move freely between the quadrants, so don't worry about trying to stay in one spot. Eric will move into the middle of the room and cast Intemperate Torment. This will cause the dark AoEs and the gems above each quadrant to explode, with the bottommost gem starting first. You will need to be hit by the opposite colored gem to what your debuff is. When you are hit by this exploding gem, your debuff will change color to the gem that you were just hit by, so you'll need to alternate between the colored gems. If you start with a blue debuff, you'll need to be hit by an orange gem, then a blue gem, then an orange gem again. And if you start with an orange debuff, you'll need to be hit by a blue gem, then an orange gem, and finally a blue gem again. If you get hit by the same colored gem as your debuff, you will take an incredibly hard hit and a vuln stack. If you get hit by the dark AoEs in the middle of each quadrant, it will instantly send your health to the Shadow Realm. When all three gems have exploded in each quadrant, the arena will return to normal. After another room-wide and tank buster, Eric will cast Shining Cells. This will be a room-wide AoE that will change the arena from a square to a circle that will be covered in chains that separate the arena into reddy orange and bluey green segments. Eric will then cast Ether Chain and get several orbs floating around him. The color of the orbs around him will be the segments of the arena that will be exploding. So if he has orange orbs around him, the orange segments will explode, and if he has white orbs around him, the blue-green segments will explode. Standing in any of these segments when they explode will give you a vuln stack. The cast of Ether Flail will combine the half-room cleave in the direction of the flail and the orbs around him that will explode the colored segments. So you'll need to make sure that you get to the safe side and also stand on a segment of the arena that won't be exploding. There will be another cast of Pitiless Flail, so get ready for the knockback and the stack marker. After all of this, Eric will cast Slam Shut. This is a room-wide AoE that also changes the arena back to a square. When the next Intemperance mechanic happens, Eric will also cast the Jailer's Flail just after the last set of gem explosions. So you'll need to make sure that you're standing underneath the correct gem and then get to the safe side away from the half-room cleave. Eric Thonius will repeat and overlap mechanics until he has been defeated. Congratulations, you have completed the first circle. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.